Okay? It's going to be tricky to follow.
No
Are you an anti-Semite, Mr. Avery? I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Exactly. This is something that gets to me, and I've asked a couple of people. It's really hard to visualize what the... Too loud? Sorry. Sorry about that. What's the... No pun intended, end game of all of this? Like, what's the... You know, who would lead the... I mean, is the government just going to investigate itself again? I mean, what's the end result? Is there going to be an end to the two-party system? What's the ideological goal? You know, is there a... You know, I mean, what could be the thing that sparks the powder keg? I mean, once the numbers go up to 70, 80% of the American public agreeing that it was an inside job that the government had foreknowledge, you know, what is going to be the end result? What, you know, change?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I think the first commission was a perfect example of asking someone who broke into your house why they broke into your house. I mean, they're not going to give you an honest answer. I think that what just happened today in New York City, however, is a perfect example of a first step towards a new legitimate investigation. I don't know how many of the people in the audience have been following the efforts of NYC Can, but yeah, they had a long legal battle with the city clerk in New York City, and they were told that they had, I believe, a couple thousand invalid signatures, but they just recently agreed that that NYC Can actually did in fact submit 30,000 valid signatures of New York City residents calling for an initiative on the November ballot for a new investigation, which is outstanding. Yes, absolutely. Give it up for them. I mean, that is a legitimate, legal first step towards a new investigation. And I mean, the legislation is calling for open books, subpoena power, all the things that the first commission report was supposed to do, provide a full and complete accounting of the day's events. And the only thing is, you know, as you brought up, is if it's going to be something within America or if it's going to have to be outside the American legal system. And I'm hoping it's possible to accomplish it within the American legal system, but I think that the rest of the world is probably going to have to step in at some point. You've already seen a member of Japanese parliament stand up and publicly question America's story. You, I believe, just recently had a member of Swedish parliament, because someone from Channel 4 over there, I think, interviewed me, and they brought that up during the interview, that another member of Swedish parliament is now openly questioning this. I mean, we're 8 years on, and it feels like we're possibly on the cusp of legitimate mainstream acceptance of, at the very least, a new investigation. Because a lot of the comments that I saw today, Salon.com did a follow-up on that. Van Jones, the petition that Van Jones is accused of signing but apparently not supporting. Salon did a follow-up with a number of people on that, and all of them pretty much came back and said absolutely. And some of them have said that even though they don't believe the conspiracy theories, they do believe that a new investigation is absolutely imperative. And I think that's a great start, honestly. What's that? New investigation by who? Well, I mean, I think that the first step in this one would be for the family members and the family steering committee's input to actually be considered. And for when they say, we think Philip Zelikow should resign because he's tied to one of these people that he's supposed to be investigating, he should resign. And I think that, you know, and again, sir, I hear you. I mean, it's going to be hard to trust it, especially after what we saw the first time. But I mean, we just have to just watch and see, unfortunately. But I mean, today was a big step forward because New York City admitted that they have enough valid signatures to get it on the ballot, and that's huge.
You mentioned